weather expert Tyler Eliason, Memphis's new chief meteorologist. This is Knowledge Bowl on WREG News Channel 3, a test of education where local high school students can win college scholarships. Now, here's your host, meteorologist Jim Jaggers.
Good morning and welcome to Knowledge Bowl. Exciting morning this morning. This is our championship. We've been through 5 rounds, 28 teams, down to these 2 teams right here who are in the finals. So at this point, each member of the team, including the alternate, has won at least a $3,000 scholarship to the college or university of their choice. They're competing for a $7,500 scholarship this morning and the right to be called the Knowledge Bowl champion for this season. Joining us from Bartlett High School, our Panther captain is Faith Fitzgerald, who's a senior, joined by Ben Hale, a senior, Sean Crawford, a junior, and Braden Burdick, who's a junior. They're coached by Christy Shriver. From Houston High School, the Mustangs captain is Wavindu Wojaratna, who is a senior, joined by Owen Johnson, a senior, Kai Powis Dow, who's a senior, and Kyle Jolly, who is a sophomore. They are coached by Martha Gunpool, Bradley Williamson, and Jessica Minton, the Mustangs from Houston High School. Joining us, as always, our Dean Emeritus of University of Memphis and judge for Knowledge Bowl all these many seasons, every single one of those seasons. Isn't that right, Doctor?
That's right.
All right. Also a Leadership Memphis class of 1981 and 1998 Community Service Award recipient. Tell me about that.
Well, that's an award given to a person who has been very active in the community and doing a lot with nonprofit works and things like that. And I did that then and still continue to do that, actually. And
we're glad that you do. Thank you very much. Now, this is kind of an interesting game. Houston's been in the finals a couple of times over the years, Doctor, but this is the first appearance for Bartlett High School.
Well, they're both very strong squads. It'll be a great game.
Very good. As a matter of fact, Houston won at least by 2 or 3 questions in the previous rounds, but Bartlett had quite a round 3. They beat their opponent by nearly 200 points. We start off with a general knowledge question, students, on subatomics. What branch of science studies the property of behavior of matter and the energy at the atomic and subatomic levels? Go ahead, Robbie.
Quantum physics.
You are correct. Finish the title. American author James Baldwin, known for his satirical and often controversial novels set in the southern United States, wrote Go Tell It Where? Go ahead, Faith.
On the Mountain.
Is correct. On the screen, this 3-letter acronym indicates a computer user interface that uses graphics and icons instead of text called GUI or GUI. What does GUI? Yes, Robbie.
Graphics User Interface.
Is correct. That's what it stands for. Thinking not wanted. Name this philosopher that was found guilty by a jury of 500. Yes, go ahead, Owen.
Socrates.
Athenians and was sentenced to death by the drinking of hemlock. Socrates is correct. Following the crowd is the next topic. Name this type of advertising that is specific as a specific type of propaganda advertising technique that tries to get the target audience to jump on board. Yes, go ahead, Owen.
Bandwagon.
So as not to miss out on what everyone else is doing. Bandwagon is correct. Main character. In The Tempest, who was the exiled Duke of Milan and that plays main character? Go ahead, Robbie.
Prospero?
Yes, you are correct. Organized information, a 2-sentence question. The questions for the Quiz Bowl tournaments are stored in an app that contains all of the information in an organized way so that it can be retrieved. What is such a set of organized information, Kyle?
Spreadsheet.
I'm sorry?
Spreadsheet.
No, we're going to turn it over to Bartlett and finish the question. What is such a set of organized information called? Go ahead, Faith.
Algorithm.
Actually, it's a database or a catalog. Too ambitious. Which ambitious wife of a Shakespearean title character goads her husband, go ahead, Owen,
Lady Macbeth,
into committing regicide so that she can be the Queen of Scotland? Lady Macbeth is correct. Top of the list. Which state has the distinction of having the most lakes? 3 million. Yes, Robbie?
Wisconsin?
No. I can finish the question now for Bartlett. 3 million to be exact. Go ahead, Braden.
Michigan.
Actually, Alaska. A follow-up question to that is our extra credit question worth 25 points. A lot of coverage. With Alaska having the most lakes of any state within 1%, how much of the land area do the lakes cover? Go Go ahead, Robbie.
5%.
Is exactly correct. Math question, you need your papers and your pencils that we've so generously supplied you this morning to calculate the distance. If the Curiosity rover traveled to Mars at a rate of 640,000 miles per day for 240 days, how many miles is it to Mars? Go ahead, Braden.
145,600.
No, well, let Houston finish up their calculations if we can, if we've got enough time. It would be 153,600,000 miles. Alphabets. Which civilization was responsible for the creation of the first? Faith?
Phoenicia.
Is correct. The first alphabet, Phoenicians. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom voted to leave the European Union in a process known as Yes, go ahead, Kyle.
Brexit.
No, we can finish the question now for Bartlett. Known as Brexit. Give the year this happened. Go ahead, Sean.
2021.
Actually, 2016. Island nation situated in the Pacific Ocean. Which island country has Nuku'alofa as its capital? Go ahead, Kyle.
Tonga.
I'm sorry?
Tonga.
Tonga is correct. Very good. Absurdist lit. Which novel by Albert Camus explores the philosophy of absurdism through the character Meursault? Go ahead, Robbie.
The Stranger.
Is correct. The Stranger or L'Etranger. Name the city. Name the American city famous for its historic Freedom Trail that hosted the Winter Olympics in 2002. Go ahead, Robbie.
Boston.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Braden.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City is correct. Very good. Treatable condition. What treatable psychological condition is characterized by a deep fear caused by being in situations where it is necessary to interact with... Yes, Braden.
Social anxiety.
Yes, social anxiety or agoraphobia. It's where it's necessary to interact with groups of people. Crimes against humanity. What is the term used for a forceful move into the belief and cultural system of a ruling group? Go ahead, Sean.
Assimilation.
Yes, that is correct. Setting. In what building would you be able to view Michelangelo's painting, The Creation of Adam? Go ahead, Robbie.
The Sistine Chapel.
Is correct. Follow-up question to that is our extra credit question worth 25 points. Original name. Before being known as the Sistine Chapel, it was originally known by what name? Go ahead, Ben.
St. Peter's Basilica?
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
The Milan Chapel.
Actually, Capella Magna, the Great Chapel. Wrong word is our next question. It's a two-sentence question. Which adjective should... we'll have to hold that for another Knowledge Bowl, maybe even next season, because we've got our pop quiz coming up next.
Thanks for watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, a message from Le Bonheur's President and Surgeon-in-Chief, James W. Eubanks.
At Le Bonheur, we want to see kids do well in all parts of their lives, especially school and academics. That's why we are the proud sponsors of WREG's Knowledge Bowl. Good luck to all of you.
Le Bonheur Children's Hospital is once again proud to be a sponsor of News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
Pop quiz is particularly difficult this morning, as are the questions, in case you haven't noticed. Faith, you are not in the lead right now, so you and your team get a choice of topics. First topic is company headquarters. Name the state where you would find the following company headquarters. An example would be FedEx, and the answer would be Tennessee. The other one is company names. Name the company's current name who started off under these names. An example would be Backrub, and the correct answer would be Google. So apparently Google at some point was known as Backrub. What do you prefer, headquarters or names?
Headquarters.
Headquarters, okay. We've got 10 companies. You're going to give me 10 states, 10 points each, 100 points in 60 seconds. Are you ready? All right, Faith. Google.
Where's Google? California.
Yes. Amazon.
Pass.
Walmart.
Arkansas.
Correct. Tesla.
Pass.
We're on to CNN.
New York.
Actually, Georgia is correct, so you've got 20 points. All right, Ravi, you've got the topic of company names. We've got 10 original names of these companies and 10 companies that you need to give me that are currently in business under their new names. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sound of Music.
Pass.
Research in Motion.
Pass.
Brad's Drink.
Pass.
Blue Ribbon Sports.
Pass.
Auction Web.
eBay.
Correct. Pete's Super Submarines.
Pass.
Jerry's Guide to the World Wide Web.
Pass.
Totem.
Pass.
Goodfellows Dry Goods.
Pass.
Confinity.
Pass.
We're back to Sound of Music.
Spotify.
Actually, Best Buy is the correct name, but you did get 10 points, so we get to query our contestants for a second. Faith Fitzgerald, a senior, Panthers High School. Obviously, you're in the finals. How's the season been? What do you think?
It's been very surprising. Very proud of the team and how far we've gotten.
As well you should be, okay. Ben Hale, also a senior. Ben, tell me, what's your favorite part of Knowledge Bowl now?
I just like coming out, answering questions. I just think it's fun.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. Jim Jaggers is your favorite part of Knowledge Bowl, Ben, in case you didn't know. Sean Crawford. Sean is a junior this year. You're going to be back next year for Knowledge Bowl. What is the thing you're dreading the most about next year for Knowledge Bowl?
Always the possibility of losing.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Then we're on to Braden Burdick, who's also junior. Braden, you're going to be back. What are you going to be looking forward to next year's Knowledge Bowl?
I guess making a new team and like becoming close together again.
Okay, great. Luca Young is a senior. Luca, being the alternate, it's a special responsibility because you're in case somebody gets sick or something like that. Have you been doing well as alternate this year?
I like to think so.
Okay, good. All right. Our coordinator is Christy Shriver, and Dr. Chris Maley is our principal. We move on to the Houston High School Mustangs. Ravindu is a senior, and tell me, how was it being on TV? How did you like that?
It's a lot of fun. I can show my friends that I'm on TV.
Okay, all right. That's what I think it is, too. Owen Johnson is senior. Owen, tell me your favorite part of Knowledge Bowl.
Getting to learn new things.
Okay, all righty. Let's see. Kai Powis Dow is a senior. How do you guys practice now, Kai? Especially for the championship.
Every Monday and Wednesday after school.
Really? For how long?
Hour and a half.
Okay, good. Well, it's worked well for you. Kyle Jolly's a sophomore. Kyle, you're going to be back next year. What are you going to be looking forward to?
More geography.
All right, that's my area too. Ethan Assad is a senior. Ethan, tell me, how do you get ready for the final exam? How does your team do that?
So we usually prepare by reading a lot of current events and checking up on the news, and also just, telling each other things we know, so just in case,
Excellent, excellent. Mustangs have a whole team of coordinators, including Martha Gunn-Poole, Bradley Williamson, and Jessica Minton. Our principal is Mrs. Hallie Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mustangs from Houston High School will be back with more Knowledge Bowl in just a moment.
For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Peggy Vieser.
For over 15 years, the Assisi Foundation of Memphis is proud to sponsor a local program preparing tomorrow's leaders. We support the achievement of some of our community's brightest students. Knowledge Bowl offers recognition for public and private schools in our Mid-South area and rewards academic excellence for over 100 students. Keep up the good work and good luck to all.
The Assisi Foundation of Memphis is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Dr. Bill Hardgrave, president of the University of Memphis.
As one of two flagship public universities in the state of Tennessee, the University of Memphis congratulates this year's Knowledge Bowl participants. We are home to the Helen Hardin Honors College, the largest honors program in Tennessee, which attracts some of the brightest minds from Memphis and beyond. We celebrate this year's players and commend your academic excellence. Well done.
The University of Memphis is proud to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. Thanks for watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years.
Well, this wonderful program wouldn't be possible without our sponsors offering the sponsorship dollars and the scholarship dollars that these students use, including the Assisi Foundation, R.S. Lewis and Sons Funeral Home, Labano Children's Hospital at the University of Memphis, of course, and News Channel 3. Thank you, all of our sponsors. All right, we're back to another question on general knowledge on American author. Which American author of The Road and... Yes, go ahead, Kyle.
Cormac McCarthy.
I'm sorry, repeat that again for me?
Cormac McCarthy.
You are correct, yes. No Country for Old Men died in 2023 at the age of 90. You are correct. Very good, Kyle. Economic terms, what is the nickname for the period of rapid economic growth in the United States in the late 19th century? Go ahead, Nolan.
The Gilded Age?
Is correct. Follow-up question to that. Name the author. The term the Gilded Age. Go ahead, Faith.
Mark Twain.
You are correct. The term the Gilded Age came from the title of a lesser-known novel that satirized the promise of the Golden Age after the Civil War by Mark Twain. Very good. Scientist. The discovery of the greenhouse effect is often attributed to physicist John Tyndall. But name this physicist whose work was presented on this topic years before Tyndall's experiments ever began. Go ahead, Braden.
Einstein.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
Rosenthal.
Actually, Eunice Foote is the correct answer. International treaty. This international treaty established standards for humanitarian treatment in war. Give the year the Geneva Convention was signed. Go ahead, Robbie.
1945.
Give me that number again.
1945.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Sean.
1917.
Actually, 1949. Historical event in June of 1944, June 6th, was the largest assault by... Yes, go ahead, Owen.
D-Day?
I'm sorry?
D-Day?
No, we can finish the question now for Bartlett. Largest assault by land, air, and sea in the history of warfare that went on by what code name? Go ahead, Sean.
Operation Overlord.
You are correct. Math, pencils, papers, get ready for it. This is a 4-sentence question. Count the costs. Cindy's Cotton Candy sells cotton candy by the bag. Her monthly fixed costs are $150. It costs $2.50 to make each bag, and she sells them for $4. How many bags will have to be sold to break even? Go ahead, Robbie.
11 bags.
I'm sorry?
11 bags.
Give me the numbers.
11.
11. Okay. No, we're going to turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Braden.
150.
Actually, just 100 bags. Current relationship. This is a 2-word answer we're looking for. According to Ohm, the current flowing through a conductor has what relationship to the voltage across it? Go ahead, Robbie.
Inverse.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Braden.
Inversely proportional.
I'm sorry?
Inversely proportional.
No, actually, it's directionally proportional. You were very, very close. Here's an extra credit question, though, worth 25 points. Hertz. In physics, the hertz is not a place to rent cars, but is a unit of measurement of the frequency where 1 hertz equals what? Go ahead, Ben. No, Ben, I have to have your answer as soon as I call your name. I'm turning it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
Per second.
I'm sorry?
Per second.
No, 1 cycle per second is the correct answer. Italian physicist. Which Italian physicist is best known for his work on the development of the first nuclear reactor? Go ahead, Kai.
Fermi.
I'm sorry?
Fermi.
Enrico Fermi is correct. Western Museum. What museum in Oklahoma City specializes in Western history, art, and culture? Go ahead, Robbie.
The Rodeo Museum.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Braden.
Museum of the West.
No, it's called the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. Anti-communism is the next topic. Intense anti-communist hysteria in the United States was known as the Red Scare and happened during what period of time? Go ahead, Ben.
The 1920s?
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. I'll caution you again to have your answer ready when I call your name. Houston? Go ahead, Owen.
The 50s?
The 50s is correct, yes. Supporting the argument, in a logical argument, what is a previous statement or preposition from which another is inferred or follows as a conclusion? Go ahead, Sean.
Sequitur.
I'm sorry?
Sequitur.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
Evidence.
Actually, premise is what the answer is. Info left behind, another two-sentence question. Trace fossils are a record left by the activity of a living creature instead of the body of fossils of the animal itself. One of the best examples are what fossilized record of animal movements left in the sediment? Go ahead, Braden.
Footprints.
I'm sorry?
Footprints.
Footprints is correct. Very good. Financial crisis in 2012. Which European Mediterranean country faced a financial, yes, go ahead, Robbie.
Greece.
Financial crisis that led to international bailouts, partly due to its failure to collect taxes from nearly a quarter of the population who had hidden their wealth in Swiss banks. Greece is correct. Dangerous compounds. Which highly toxic hydrocarbon with a formula of C6H6 is used in many products such as gasoline, resins, synthetics, and pesticides? Go ahead, Ben.
Nitroglycerin.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Kai.
Petroleum.
Actually, benzene is the correct answer. World literature, what novel by Khaled Hosseini tells the story of Amir and Hassan against the backdrop of Afghanistan's tumultuous history? Yes, Faith?
The Kite Runner.
Is correct. We'll be back with our final exam.
For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Melanie Burrows of R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home.
Knowledge Bowl has provided nearly $5 million in scholarships to students over 35 years, and we are honored to contribute to its success. R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home has been serving the Memphis community for over 100 years, and we continue to meet the needs and expectations of our clients. We are proud to support the achievement of our community's brightest students who participate in News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, a message from Le Bonheur's President and Surgeon-in-Chief, James W. Eubanks.
At Le Bonheur, we want to see kids do well in all parts of their lives, especially school and academics. That's why we are the proud sponsors of WREG's Knowledge Bowl. Good luck to all of you.
Le Bonheur Children's Hospital is once again proud to be a sponsor of News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
We are on to our final exam, which is all current events questions. We start with this one. A sort of apocalypse was projected for the Mississippi River Basin in the spring of 2024 as billions of what emerged? Go ahead, Braden.
Cicadas.
You are correct. Who won the 2024 Daytona 500? Go ahead, Owen.
William Byron.
I'm sorry?
William Byron.
Correct. In mid-February 2024, Taylor Swift sang in the largest stadium in which she has ever performed. In what city? Go ahead, Kyle.
Dallas.
I'm sorry?
Dallas.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Sean.
Tokyo.
I'm sorry?
Tokyo.
No, actually Melbourne. In February 2024, Carter Bank served notice that it would auction off the land of a nationally known resort and country club because of a loan payment defaults by the owner, who is the governor of what state? Go ahead, Braden.
Oklahoma.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Owen.
Illinois.
Actually, West Virginia. The trial of Hannah Reed, the armorer on the Alex Baldwin movie in which an accidental shooting took place, began on February 21st, 2024. In what state? Go ahead, Ravi.
Arizona.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Ben.
New Mexico.
Is correct. Very good. In 2024, whenever Memphis Grizzlies guard Derrick Rose takes the court for his pregame warm-ups, music by whom is played? Go ahead, Kyle.
Rihanna.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Faith.
Elvis.
No, actually, Bob Marley. What is the total number of points within three scored in the 2024 NBA All-Star Game? Kyle?
200.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Ben.
355.
Actually, 397. 394 to 400 would have been correct. On February 28th, 2024, the U.S. Supreme Court heard the case of Garland v. Cargill, which is about what? Go ahead, Robbie.
Social media censorship.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Braden.
Judy Garland singing rights.
Actually, bump stocks on semi-automatic guns. In February 2024, who was Yahita Sinwar? Go ahead, Braden.
The Indian president.
No, we'll turn over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
The Prime Minister of Tuvalu.
Actually, Hamas leader of the October 7th, 2023 attacks on Israel, according to the Associated Press polls of Division I men's basketball teams. In the last week of February 2024, what college team was number one? Go ahead, Ben.
University of Connecticut.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Owen.
Villanova.
Actually, Houston is the correct answer. In the last week of February 2024, the Smokehouse Creek wildfire burned over 500,000 acres, and as of February 28th, was still out of, yes, go ahead, Owen.
Texas.
It's still out of control in Texas. In February 2024, Memphis International Airport announced that in 2023, an all-time record number of how many, to the nearest million, passengers traveled into and out of the airport. Go ahead, Ben.
100 million?
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
5 million.
Actually, 5 million is correct, 4.79, but we wanted you to round it to the whole million. In February 2024, what's the big news event of the American Queen Voyages riverboat cruise line? Yes, Robbie.
It's going out of business.
It is going out of business. At 2024 Screen Actors Guild Awards, what award did Barbara Streisand receive? Go ahead, Kyle.
Honorary Actor Award.
No, we'll turn it over to Bartlett. Go ahead, Braden.
Female Actor of the Year.
Actually, a Lifetime Achievement Award. In February 2024, a deep-sea robot possibly discovered. We'll have to hold that for next year's Knowledge Bowl. We'll be back to finish up this championship in just a moment.
For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Peggy Vieser.
For over 15 years, the Assisi Foundation of Memphis is proud to sponsor a local program preparing tomorrow's leaders. We support the achievement of some of our community's brightest students. Knowledge Bowl offers recognition for public and private schools in our Mid-South area and rewards academic excellence for over 100 students. Keep up the good work and good luck to all.
The Assisi Foundation of Memphis is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Dr. Bill Hardgray, president of the University of Memphis.
As one of 2 flagship public universities in the state of Tennessee, the University of Memphis congratulates this year's Knowledge Bowl participants. We are home to the Helen Hardin Honors College, the largest honors program in Tennessee, which attracts some of the brightest minds from Memphis and beyond. We celebrate this year's players and commend your academic excellence. Well done.
The University of Memphis is proud to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
Well, it has been a season of close games, and this was another close game. It was a very good game, and the not too many questions left on the table, gone unanswered throughout the game. But
that's the way they played during the year as well.
You know what? I've got a producer director who writes the questions that keeps the last bit of information at the very end, and likes to get them in there to give the wrong answer and lose 5 points.
I like that too.
You are like that, aren't you? With your current events question. But our congratulations to Bartlett High School. You guys did amazing. Faith, you did wonderful. Christy, you did wonderful as well too. All you guys looked just perfect and did a very good job. It was a tough game. Harder questions, don't you think? Yeah, a lot harder questions. But each of you has a $3,000 scholarship to the college or university of your choice. We hope that helps with your further education in Knowledge Bowl. And for those of you who are going to be back next year, we'll see you back next year because you automatically have a first-round bye if we don't have enough teams. And the last couple of years, we've had a first-round bye. Our congratulations goes to Houston High School. Martha, you did a wonderful job. All of you guys did a wonderful, wonderful job. And you've got $7,500 for each and every member of your team for your college and university of your choice. And our thanks for participating in Knowledge Bowl. My thanks to Dr. Richard Rana, who's taken on the job of judge of Knowledge Bowl for Low these many years. And I will see you back on Knowledge Bowl next year, right here on News Channel 3.
Thanks for watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years.